Well, good day, friends, and today is Sunday, and it is the October 27th, 2024, and today now is the Sunday afternoon fireside chat, and it's been a long time, I suppose, but this fireside chat is being done in the afternoon and with a fire. And I got my coffee up there. Anyway, so what went on this week? I'll have a quick little sip of coffee here. Well, a busy week, I guess, but it's cool out today. I'm also due the weather while I'm thinking of that. 6 degrees Celsius, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. Holy cats. West-northwest wind at 16 miles an hour, so it's kind of a little tiny bit breezy, I guess. And it's supposed to get to 5 degrees, so we're above what we're supposed to be. Holy cats, we're at 6, so it's supposed to be 5. So a mix of sun and cloud, and then look at this, look. Flurries. 4 degrees tomorrow. Sun, flurries, and rain. There you go. 6 degrees and sunny on Tuesday, 7 and cloudy on Wednesday, and then we're into rain. October 31st, was fairly warm, 17 degrees. And on November 1st, which is Hibernation Day, 11 degrees and 60% chance of showers. 5 degrees, sun and cloud on Saturday. Of course, all this could change a little bit, I suppose. But anyway, so there's our weather now. An awful lot of, if you can see them or not, but there's an awful lot of robins around here in the last 5 or 10 minutes. And they're not around now, of course. There's one out there, and there's 2 robins and 1 blue jay. There's another blue jay. Well, about 5 minutes ago here, they were all over the place right in front of me here, walking right down there, looking up at me. Anyway, let's go out to the little building out here, and I'll show you in there a little bit of a story about that, I guess. I don't know if you have ever seen in this building or not, but anyway, of course, there's a lawn tractor in it. Oh boy, it's a good thing I don't have about a dozen buildings, because there'd be lawn tractors and garden tractors in every one of them, I guess. So, my son was over yesterday, and I've been wondering what to do with the Case snowblower that was in the garage that is meant to go on the 446 Case that is getting the loader put on it someday. So as you can see, there is the snow thrower back there. So we kind of did a little maneuvering around in here and got it in there. I put the linkage and belt up there this morning. And junk. Oh dear, makes you wonder, doesn't it? Look at that old lawn boy. I bought that in 1997, used. $275. When I moved here, I needed a, well, when I moved to the other place, I guess, yeah. I needed a lawnmower anyway, so. And there's the deck for the John Deere 140, and that's inside the garage, and that's been done over and fixed up and painted up and been sitting in here for probably 2 to 3 years now. And this old lawn tractor, this is a good old tractor, you know, but Needs a battery, but the batteries are worth more than what the lawnmower is worth. The other thing is it doesn't steer very sharp. It's a great mower, easy to steer, easy on fuel, and it used to cut really well, but for some reason when I used it this year, it's like one blade is down lower than the other one. The whole cutting surface is lower one side than on the other, and it never used to be like that. It used to be nice and even. It did a great job of cutting the grass. It never gets any buildup of grass inside the deck. So anyway, I was going to do something with it this year, but I guess that's not going to happen. So anyway, I hope to get a battery and get a look at the deck next year, and I'll probably use it because it works really well. Lights in the front, that works, and the charging system works. Yeah, starts up easy. Dandy tractor. Anyway, that's that. So yeah, we moved that in there. That's case snow thrower in there because, like I say, the case tractor is going to get the loader put on it, and it's very unlikely that snow thrower will ever go back on that tractor. And I also brought that home. I got to do a little work to that. It's got a hole there. So I'm going to cut that out of there, and I'll see if I can make a video about that. Anyway, I'm not as good as Joseph or Joseph at Garden Tractor Boy or Mike at Grandpa's Workshop for doing detailed fixes. They do a great job on that, showing you how to do things. I'm not that good at that stuff. So anyway, I'll show you what I can when I do it, and it could be a couple of months' time before I do any of that. I guess it's time to have another sip of coffee. Sip of coffee. So yeah, the case snow thrower, it was sitting there in between these two tractors, and I didn't want to store it outside. So anyway, that's where it's going to stay, I'd say, in that little building. Now, what did we do this week? Well, what did I do this week? Well, I did my final grass cutting, I suppose, and I went around the house and did the weed whacking, and I put on my gutter extensions, and I put up my sticks to try and help guide me so that I don't run into stuff for snow clearing. And yeah, it was a busy week. And I got this snow thrower fixed up, so there'll be a video out tomorrow on how I did that. Now it's just a backyard backyard fix. So anyway, it's about a 25-minute long video, so it could be a little long for some people, but anyway, that's the way it is, I guess. Nothing I can do about it. So that hopefully maybe this week we'll get the mowing deck off of the case 224, and that snow thrower will be going on there. One other thing I would like to do to this is I'm just going to take the end caps off of here and blow oil in there with these out. And the oil goes in and it sits in here. And that helps keep the inside of that tube from rusting. Because it rusts from the inside, and If it gets too rusty and it happens to hit something hard, it's going to bend that pipe. That's all it is. It's a piece of pipe that goes across there. So a little oil in there every now and again. I usually kind of dump a bunch in, I suppose. And it does run out the bearings on either end. There's bearings in here. So if you have a case tractor with a snow thrower, it's a good idea to do that, or in my mind it is anyway. So you help keep the pipe from rusting, and you also get some lubrication into your bearings. But the downside is, and it doesn't really matter to me too much, but it will leak out on either end depending on how much you put in and how the blower is sitting. So I've used a squirt can before and squirted oil in, so it gets a fair amount in that way, I guess. But I think maybe what I'm going to do this time, so I'll just use something like that. That's like a spray can, so and just give it a spray from each end, and it should get far enough in to cover the whole pipe. And it will get some on the bearings also. So anyway, that's what's going to happen with this week. Maybe, hopefully, could be. You never know. Anyway, the grass cutting is done, so that's coming off, and the snow clearing thing is going on. Now, this little tractor here, the son and I were discussing as to where to put things, and I might as well set you down here somewhere and have a little chat here, I guess. Hopefully I can do this. See if I can get you set up. There, somewhere like that, yes. So I got the remote mic on. Hopefully that's working. And I hope that the untitled video thing is going to work. I don't know how you fix it. I've just been turning the phone off and turn it back on, and it seems to work the next time, but you never know when it's going to act up again. So I don't know what causes it. And when I do the video, it shows that the title is there. So somehow, between when it posts it and when I press the button to post, and by the time it's finished loading and posting, the title goes away, I guess. I don't know what goes on. Anyway, it kind of makes you wonder some days about electronic stuff. There, more coffee. That's a good thing to do. Yeah, so anyway, the little Massey 7 is going to go to my son's place. So we decided yesterday, I guess. And he's got some room in there, but we're having trouble getting everything inside. And some of our trouble is our own fault. Well, it's all our own fault. We keep gaining things. And these things that we gain, we don't want to leave them outside. So my son did gain a Massey Ferguson 8 tractor that basically looks identical to this, but it's not a geared machine, it's a hydrostatic machine. And he also has a project that he's doing there. It's a Massey Ferguson 7 like this one, but he's making it into a go-kart. So he's lowered it and going to change pulley sizes and all that kind of stuff, and he's been painting it all up. Holy cats, he's a smart young fellow. He made a seat for And the seat, if you know anything about Massey Ferguson tractors, the seat kind of looks like a seat on a 135 or a 35 Massey Ferguson tractor. So yeah, he had some metal there and he bent things up and got it all welded together. And it's amazing what that young fella can do. Anyway, so he's got that down in the location where he can work at it, and he's also got the Massey Ferguson 8 there. So he's going to put the Massey Ferguson 7 there with them, and and so that's going to take up his space there. The case 446 and the loader are still at that spot too. The loader is kind of on hold for a little while until we can kind of get things caught up and put away and winter stuff ready and done. And so it's going to be 2 or 3 or more weeks yet before we get back to that. But we did, I was over to my son's yesterday and we did quite a bit yesterday to get him ready for winter. And that's a good thing. Good, lots done yesterday, that's for sure. So the other thing is kablooey. Now we got to find a place for kablooey. And I think some of you know who kablooey is. And kablooey is a garden tractor that's basically the same as Dave's favorite tractor over here with the cab. And we've decided that it is going to come here and we're going to put the snow blower on the front of it. Now, I'm not really that fond of that idea, but the 10 horsepower engine that's in that tractor is too light to run a snowblower, 42-inch snowblower. And I know they were designed to do that, but it's just not enough power. So what I'm going to do with it is on days where there's only a light snowfall, I'll take it out and use it and kind of play with it. And I'm not going to get into the heavy systems, the heavy snow with it. It'll be just too hard on the engine, and its engine is probably 50 years old, and it can't do the work it used to. I guess kind of like myself. Anyway, so I'd kind of like to keep that engine running, and I'd like to use that tractor for grass cutting. It's a very comfortable tractor to use. So it's coming here, and so there'll be some videos on that, I suppose. What else we got going on here? Oh yes, I had said I was going to try and get into the woods with the 446 to drag out some wood and have some fun with the tractor. Well, that's not going to happen either, I don't think. Very unlikely that will happen. Maybe, if there's a reasonable day in November, but maybe, but kind of unlikely. The other thing that's not going to happen probably is the knotweed pile of weed there, and you've seen me showing that before, I think. Got old sticks and junk and stuff all piled in there. I was hoping to get that done this October, and that didn't really happen. We did a wee little tiny bit at it there one day, and that was it. So anyway, that's about where I'm at, I guess, so, on this Sunday chat. I had been burning a little bit of wood here and there, so I'll show you that. I don't have anything wrote down or any script or anything like that today, so it's just kind of on the fly as what I think here, I guess. So yeah, so I've been burning some off the top of there, and I've been burning some of that. That stuff is great for starting a fire. Just great. There was a pile of, like those blocks there. There was a pile there. I've burnt those. And then out here, you can see that little cabinet there where it has the one piece of wood on it. That was covered with hunks and chunks of locust wood. So I burnt all that. One of these days I'll throw that chunk in there and that'll be gone. And yeah, so it's getting cooler, so we've got to have the heat on. So far, it's been pretty good. All right, so what else am I going to talk about? I don't know. What am I talking about? I'm going to change that calendar next week. And don't be looking at those things there. They're bad for you. That is for sure. Yeah, I guess that's about it. So I guess we might as well do the sticker thing, I guess. I'll get my pointing thing here. And maybe I'll turn on the big light here too. You can see better, and then I'll have another sip of coffee. All right, so what did we see this week or today or whatever? Grampy's workshop, yeah. What did he do? Oh yeah, he made himself a pencil holder. That was pretty slick how he did that. You should go and watch that video. Grampy, he's quite an inventor on how to do woodwork, that's for sure. And then we have orange is the new green. Luke, still haven't seen anything from Luke. I don't know. Maybe I just don't get them. I don't know. But anyway, Grampy's workshop and Murphy Mowers. Glenn, I'm sure he's keeping busy. And Garden Tractor Boy. I did see your video, Joseph. I watched it yesterday. And we have in the backyard with Dell, Old Bob, and GBO, the old church, 5-acre homestead. Just crossed the 3,000 subscriber mark. Then we have Kenny, Open Air Adventure, and Dave at RCAF Polar Express. Dave had a video on anybody's interested in that kind of stuff. Turbine engines. A fellow put a turbine engine in a Case 195 garden tractor. That is one of my favorite tractors. But no, I wouldn't want the turbine engine, but I'd like to have the tractor. The 195 Case tractors were built in 67 and 68. And this fella put a turbine engine in this garden tractor. Now this garden tractor is the same size as that 446 tractor that I have. And this fella put a turbine engine in it. And I guess it just consumes fuel like this. You just wouldn't believe, I guess. So it's certainly nothing that you would use for everyday use or work. It's only meant for shows. So anyway, go to Dave's website, their channel, and he's got it posted there where you can click on the link to have a look at that video. It's kind of neat. Maintenance with Mike. Mike was testing out his chainsaw there. I forget now. It was a Stills, but all I can tell you. But anyway, he was showing how that all works. It doesn't leak into the case yet, so that's good. And we have Brock at Lewis Mowers and Boats. And we have Retired for Life Brian. Rick's Outdoors. And I didn't see the video yesterday. I'll have to go look at that. This fella here, well, he's like we all know, we don't know what he's up to or what he's going to do or whatever. And then we have Rick at Twin Brook Acres. And Rick had I think it was a live or something there Friday night, and I never got to get on there with that. Missed that. Sorry, Rick. And Everyday Projects, Craig. He had a good couple of videos there where he put the little diesel heater in his RV. That's an interesting project. I had to give him an awful lot of advice on it though, just to get it hooked up right. Gravely Man Small Engine Repair. Artie, what was Artie up to? Oh yeah, he was out cutting the walnuts. Holy cats, them old walnuts, boy, when them Gravely lawnmowers hit them things, boy, you wouldn't want to be standing around in front of that machine, that's for sure. Anyway, you have a two-wheel Gravely tractor like that. Artie is the man to talk to about parts and how to fix things. He's got it all figured out. And we have Outdoors in the 608. Jeremiah, good video there today, splitting red oak. A little bit of it was kind of a little nasty, but anyway. And we have Tucker and I out and about, and Cod Raven. They were at another port with the sailboat, and they were, I guess they called it a ghost town, I guess. So all the houses are abandoned and they're falling down, and nobody lives there anymore, I guess. So Big Sons is kind of getting done with his grass cutting, but he's into other little jobs for people. And Allen Family Firewood, busy people there. Well, I forget now what the video was about. Anyway, the log father, well, he's always busy cutting wood and something. And Daryl Wells, different stuff. And Daryl had a video out the other day now. Of course, I can't remember what that was about. Larry Cluck Outdoors, and Ross on the Land, Club Dora. Alan had a video out too, but of course I can't remember. And Gator's World, there we go. Now Gator had a video out on his glue. He thinks it's the best glue around and stuff. But I can't remember what it was though. Something 350 anyway. Go have a good look at Gator's channel, and you'll see that video on the glue that he likes there. And give Gator a big thumbs up and all there. So then we have John at Catberg Hill, and Father and Son Outdoors, and of course we can't forget Gary, Tractor Talk with Gary. Look at that sticker, holy cats. Boy, it's some sticker. If you see it in person, it stands out, and that's got the Gary approved smoke comes out of it. And I believe Gary still has another sticker that's basically the same size as that of his Kubota tractor. It's a nice looking sticker too. So anyway, we're moving up onto the 30-minute mark here, of course, so I guess that's going to be it for today. Like I said, I'll post a video on how I fix that tomorrow. I think it's 25 minutes long. Anyway. I guess that is it. So we'll chat again another time, I guess. So here we are, 29 minutes and 19 seconds, 20 seconds. All right, have a great day wherever you're at and whatever you're doing. And we'll chat again sometime. Goodbye.